welcome. This is the Market Wrap. I am Agam Vakil. The benchmark indices continue to advance with the Nifty moving up by as much as 0.5%. As you can see here, Nifty moving up by as much as nearly 56 points. And today, the gains have been largely aided by the pharma pack. That's Lupin and Dr. Reddy's aiding to gains. In fact, Lupin up as much as 6.5%. And State Bank of India, along with IndusInd Bank, also contributing to a certain extent. Some weakness in Bharti Airtel after the kind of gains that we've seen over the previous couple of days. Hindalco and Tata Steel from the metal sector bearing down on the indices. When it comes to the broader markets, on the Nifty 500, we have nearly 3 gainers against 2 losers, and on the gaining end, well, some unusual names starting to pop up now. BGR Energy Systems up nearly 20%, Dredging Corp advancing by as much as 14%, good gains coming in MMTC, and HVL Info Systems surprisingly also up as much as 12%, with DCM Shriram building on yesterday's gains. On the losing end, NIT Technologies, well, Manpasan Beverages and JBF Industries along with Quality will continue to move downwards, and of course Deepak Fertilizers and Gateway District Parks looking at some profit taking. So, well, some amount of volatility, though we do have more momentum come through when it comes to the broader markets, and something that hasn't changed over yesterday is the positive advance decline ratio. But let's bring in a perspective here. We have Neeraj Shah joining us to give us an idea about what's really going on. Neeraj, good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon. So one hurdle out of the way, and on the positive end, I might add, though I must say that the global markets haven't reacted in any way positively to the outcome of the deal, so maybe priced in. But one hurdle out of the way, now the market looks forward to what comes out of the Fed, the ECB, so a couple of factors to watch out for. The good part that I thought of today's trade was that some of the heavyweights participated. So Reliance on a closing basis at fresh life highs. There's a record high for Reliance on a closing basis. That was at doing well. TCS did reasonably well for itself. State Bank of India did reasonably well for itself, and then support by pharma, not heavyweights by any stretch of imagination, but contributing. So lack of losers, heavyweights participating, market with positive, all of that great. You could have bargained for more volumes. That didn't come about. Volumes for a second in a row. We were talking about this yesterday.
Right.
But cash market volumes for a second in a row, not the most spectacular. But let's wait and watch if that changes. You know, I just believe that any kind of directional move, almost unlikely ahead of the outcome that we get to know at the end of the Fed meet. So maybe let's wait and watch for that, and then we'll get to know.
Absolutely, Raj. Thanks for bringing in those a perspective there. So, well, we need to keep an eye on global cues yet again. Central bank action are in focus. But what is it that our technical analysts are telling us about the various levels that we need to keep an eye on? Listen in.
If the market fails to sustain about 10,850 on a closing basis, and if it starts slipping below 10,770, then probably we may see a correction in the near term. But as of now, I think the way the stocks are participating and the way Nifty has again recouped itself from today's low, 10,855 is the level that I would be watching out. And in case if the Nifty surpasses that, then probably the extension could be towards 10,940 very soon.
The supports are shifting higher, so this is a positive sign. Secondly, the up move which we have seen in last couple of trading session, there is a broad market participation in this up move. Yes, there have been some pockets which have shown outperformance, such as pharma and specific IT names, but I think overall the mid cap space is also quite participating in this up move. So that is a positive sign. So one should definitely remain with the trend. The May high of 10,920, 930 range, I think that should be tested in this week itself. So at current levels, the view should be on the positive side. Existing long positions can be protected with stop below 10,770 for a target around 10,920.
Well, even as the benchmarks edge higher, a lot of non-index heavyweights have started to also start making milestone moves. One of them, of course, is Avenue Supermarts. It has entered the 1 lakh crore club in terms of market capitalization. When it had listed back then, we saw its market cap standing at less than 40,000 crores, has eventually moved up quite substantially and now at around 1 lakh crores. Well, it's more than doubled over the span of the last couple of years, and as you can see, there is more and more strength coming in. In fact, it's closed well above the mark of 1,602. That's where it hit its 1 lakh crore market cap, and we're going to have to wait and watch as to what analysts as well as the street in general makes of its valuations at these lofty levels. But that's what you have in terms of Avenue Supermarts. But there was yet another mid-cap which was also in focus. We have Usha Martin, which also moved up quite substantially. It has been on a little bit of a rise as well, as you can see here. But I'm going to bring in Nikki Mirchandani to give us an idea about what's really going on with Usha Martin. Nikki.
Agam, it's been a 10.8% rise, as much as the stock saw an up move, which was the level that we last saw in March 2015. Clearly, the company board of directors decided they're mulling to explore the option of selling their steel business. This is in order to deleverage, and also they're going to be appointing slew of bankers, advisors, consultants to decide upon the sale. The board of directors in their meeting held yesterday decided to do that. But if you look at the overall contribution that we have in terms of the steel business, that as a percent to your overall revenue has come down to 73% from 78%. Even in terms of PBIT, we're seeing a narrower contribution coming in at 29% in FY18 as compared to 34% in FY17. In terms of the balance sheet position of this company, the company is sitting with a debt position of around 3,700 odd crore and cash and cash equivalents of 50 odd crore. Clearly, we can see the gap between the two things. And also, Tata Steel apparently has placed a 6,000 crore bid and has apparently emerged as a top bidder for the company. This was Business Line reported, but then the company has clarified that factually the data seems to be a little incorrect. About the company, Usha Martin is the largest wire rope manufacturer. It has a steel business, 1 million ton steel business, steel plant in Jamshedpur. It produces a wide range of specialty steel wire rods, and the caterers to automotive, railways, defense and general engineering sectors.
Nikki, thanks for joining us and giving us those details. So, two stocks which are in focus in today's day of trade. But with that, it's a wrap on the markets. But lots more lined up, so stay tuned in the Bloomberg Quint and we'll keep bringing you more.